Welcome everybody to the 2025 Book Awards. So this is how I have started my year for the last few years, and I am really excited to be doing the same thing again. I will have a top books of the year video coming out as well, but I just really enjoyed the book awards, so that is the plan for today. I'm going to go through and give some awards to different books and yeah, talk about that with you guys. I guess let's just dive in, shall we? The first award that I would like to give out today is my favourite fantasy of 2025, and the book that is winning that very prestigious award is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. This is a book about vampires. It is a book where we swap between different timelines, so we go from the 1500s to the present. We have 3 different main characters, and yeah, like I said, it is about vampires. It is very well written, absolutely beautiful writing. I love V.E. Schwab's writing style, so I am really happy that I read Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, and yeah, it is the favourite fantasy that I read in 2025. The next category that I have an award for is my favourite mystery slash thriller, and the award for this category goes to the reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I liked the twist at the end. I really enjoyed the way Holly Jackson wrote. I have enjoyed all the books I've read by Holly Jackson, so I was really excited to read this book and really enjoyed it, as I said. This is a young adult mystery, and we follow a young woman who I think is called Belle. When Belle was about 2 years old, her mother went missing. She went missing from a car in which Belle was as well, and Belle was found. The doors were all closed, the heater was on, it was really cold. It's in North America somewhere. It was very clear that Belle was intended to be saved, to be looked after, but the mother was missing, presumed dead. Now, we come back 18 years later. Is it 18 years later? No, 16 years later, because Belle is 18, and some true crime, I'm not sure if it's a TV show or a podcast or something like that, but they are doing a series on this situation, on the disappearance of Belle's mum, Rachel. But then as this is being filmed, Rachel reappears. Belle isn't so sure about her story. She finds it very strange, and we start to learn about what's going on and delve into the mystery of her disappearance and potential mystery of her reappearance. And yeah, like I said, I thought it was fantastic, really well written, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So it is the winner of my award for Best Mystery Thriller for 2025. The next category of award we have is Favourite Science Fiction. This is a new one for me. As you guys know, I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but I have read a little bit more sci-fi this year, so I thought that I would give an award for this year. So the award for Best Sci-Fi for 2025 goes to All Systems Red by Martha Wells. This is the first novella in a series of novella starring Murderbot. Murderbot is a AI, a robot. They are a security unit, and they are charged with being security, basically. They have hacked their governor module, which is the piece of software that kind of keeps them in line, essentially. Now all they really want to do is just watch TV. But they have to keep acting like their governor module is active so that they don't get found out and reprogrammed. And yeah, it's just really funny, really interesting, really well written. Has some interesting things to say about neurodivergency and potential way that neurodivergent brains work and different things like that. And I just thought it was really fantastic and I really enjoyed it. The next category is Favourite Romance. So my favourite romance that I read in 2025 was Role Playing by Kathy Yardley. This is a older character romance. The characters are in their late 40s, early 50s, which is something that I really enjoyed and appreciated because I'm in my mid-40s, so I appreciate being represented there. And it is a bit of a grumpy sunshine, except that she is the grumpy and he is the sunshine. They meet via gaming. There's a little bit of a not sure of identity situation going on, and it was just a lot of fun. Really well written again. Great characters, great what's the word I'm looking for? Connection. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it. So that is my favourite romance of 2025. The next award that I'd like to give out is my most surprising book of 2025. And the most surprising book that I read in 2025 was actually Volume 1 of One Piece. I cannot remember who the author is, so it's on screen, you can see. The reason why this surprised me is because manga is just not really my thing. Graphic novels in general, comics, not really my thing. I don't hate them by any means, but they're just not something I gravitate towards, not something I overly enjoy. And I was pleasantly surprised to have enjoyed One Piece. I have heard great things about One Piece, of course, but I wasn't expecting to particularly enjoy it myself. It's not something I'm going to rush out of my way to continue with. I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it and I thought it was well done and interesting, so I'm happy to have discovered that I don't mind a manga every now and then. I did read this one for a vlog that I did where I read books I was inspired to read by Gavin from Gavin Reads It All. I should just mention that anyone I talk about in this video is listed below, so you can go and subscribe to them. And yeah, I was really happy and surprised to have read it, so to have enjoyed it, I should say. So yeah, that's my most surprising book of 2025. To counteract that, and my one and only negative award, if that makes sense, for 2025 is my most disappointing book. And unfortunately, my most disappointing book was I Called Her Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. This is, I didn't actually explain anything about what One Piece is about. Sorry about that. One Piece is a pirate story. That's pretty much all I'm going to say, I think. Anyway, A Called Her Silver Flames is the next installment of the ACOTAR series, and it is Nesta's story. So if you know ACOTAR at all, you would know that the main character of that trilogy, Feyre, has two older sisters, Nesta and Elaine. This is Nesta's story. And it was disappointing because it just didn't live up to what I appreciated about the original trilogy, which I really, really enjoyed. And I didn't dislike this one. It got 3 stars, but it wasn't a favourite. I didn't love it. It was definitely way too long, way longer than I felt that it needed to be. I was expecting to really enjoy it. I heard great things about it, so yeah, I was disappointed that I didn't love it as much as I was hoping that I would, unfortunately. The next award goes to my favourite character that I read about in 2025, and that character is Annabelle from the book A Heart in a Body in the World by Deb Coletti. I really, really enjoyed this one. I was also a little bit surprised to enjoy this one as well because it is a young adult contemporary, and not that I dislike those, but I usually don't find them as compelling as other books. But I did really, really enjoy this one. I thought it was incredibly well written. It was very heart-wrenching, and I really enjoyed the character of Annabelle. I enjoyed the way that she was written and the way that she approached what was happening to her. It felt very real, very visceral, and I really, really enjoyed that. So my favourite character for 2025 was Annabelle from A Heart in a Body in the World by Deb Coletti. I did not do this in order, sorry, but I'm going back to genre or type of book now for the award for favourite retelling of 2025. And my favourite retelling of 2025 was The Hymn to Dionysus by Natasha Pulley. I absolutely love this book. I love Greek mythology. I love Greek mythology retellings, and this was definitely up there in terms of how amazing they can be. I really, really enjoyed this one. I thought it was incredibly well written. I really liked the writing style of Natasha Pulley. I really enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed what she did with the story. Yeah, I just thought it was fantastic and delved really deeply into some of the different stories that were happening and myths and what they might have meant. And yeah, definitely highly recommend. One of my favourite books of the year and definitely my favourite retelling. It is a retelling of the myth of Dionysus and the character of Dionysus, but it is told through not Dionysus' eyes, but a different character's eyes. I can't remember. Phaedrus from Thebes, who is a ward to one of the captains of the Theban army, and he becomes a member of the army himself, and it is about his interactions throughout his life with the mysterious godlike figure of Dionysus is all I'm going to say. And then my final award is for my favourite adaptation. So usually I like to make sure that this is an adaptation that I have read the book and watched the TV show for, and that is no exception here, except that I did it the other way around. I watched the TV show first and really enjoyed it, and went back and read the first book in the trilogy, and that is, the book is Wool, the trilogy is Silo, and the TV show is called Silo as well, and the author for that is Hugh Howey. This is a dystopian science fiction novel, and we follow a group of people who live in a silo. The silo is an underground silo, and they believe that the air in the world outside, the world above, is poisoned and will kill them if they go outside. But there's some suggestion that that might not be the case and that it's all a conspiracy. But yeah, we are spending some time trying to figure out what is going on and trying to figure out what's the truth in this dystopian world. It's a bit of a climate story, because climate crisis story as well, because of the poison atmosphere, and yeah, I thought it was really well done. I loved the adaptation. I actually prefer the adaptation to the book, but I did really enjoy the book as well, and yeah, definitely a favourite adaptation that I've watched this year. So with that award, that is my final award. So those are all of the awards that I've given out for all the books that I wanted to give them to, if that makes sense, for 2025. So yeah, that's everything that I wanted to talk to you about today. If you have any comments you'd like to make, any favourite books you'd like to talk about and tell me about for 2025, please do so down below. If you'd like to leave me a comment but you don't know what, then leave me some kind of medal or award emoji. So obviously we're doing an award show. Like I said, that's everything that I want to talk to you about today. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, like I said, thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.